I have observed where poverty, poor leadership, illiteracy, and lack of opportunities for the Jamaican youths are the top 4 contributors for the country's high crime rate.
Dancehall recording artist Baby Sham is actually sending a message to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and we have that to share with you coming up right now on the program. If it's the first time you're watching, please remember just to like, share, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with the latest report. We'll be right back after the break with the details. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. This is Links WSM TV. Let's talk. The situation of crime and violence is a cause for concern, and it's really alarming to see what is going on in our country in relation to crime and violence. Crime and violence has spread to all diaspora, to all town, to all parishes, to all communities within our little island. And when we look on what is going on in relation to this, it's very shocking to see the development that has taken place throughout the past few years in relation to crime and violence, and how this has fueled the underlying reason why it is important for the young youths of this country to get a skill and be educated so they do not resort to these acts of criminality and violence that is slowly damaging the brand of Jamaica. When we look on what is going on, Jamaica is like a brand itself, and it's an international brand in the sense that this island attracts hundreds, millions of people on a year-to-year basis just in order to enjoy our wonderful sunshine, our great meals that we have to offer, the different attractions across the country. But this is slowly dying based on the fact that crime and violence is becoming more and more of a concern. We have one of the best music out there on the music market, or should I say, 2 of the best music out there. We have reggae and we have dancehall, which is 2 of the top music out there. We have seen a number of international artists adapting to our reggae music, and they're actually taking this over when we were the actual ones that created this unique sound. But I don't want to go much into that. What I want to talk about is what is going on in our country in relation to the crime and violence. A number of people blame the music for what is going on, but the music, I believe, is not the main contributing factor. Even if it is, I don't think as if it has that sustained dominance in order to create that effect. What I believe is causing the problem that we're having in our country and the moral breakdown of our society is the lack of family and the lack of that father figure within the household, and that moral values being imparted on the younger generations that are coming up. When I was growing up, it's totally different from the current generation that is coming up in this era. And we have seen this manifested itself into what it has become today, in relation to which parents can't talk to their children anymore. And gone are the days when parents would be like that key figure within the household. Now these kids, once they're in high school, their moral values change totally, and they believe as if they're an adult when they are just still a child. Now Baby Sham took social media just in order to give his views on a recent statement that was made by a particular politician. Now he's just giving his account of what he believes is causing the moral breakdown in our society. And I'm about to play that to you right now, right here on Links 007 TV. So let's go over to dancehall recording artist Baby Sham for that.
Wagwan, good day. I go by the name of Baby Sham, and I got a few things I want to address. Becoming an artist was solely to provide entertainment to the world through my music. Never would I once imagine that I would take on the responsibilities of a country's governing body or parenthood for an entire nation. From where I stand, as someone from the inner city, the ghetto, and a public figure, I have observed where poverty, poor leadership, illiteracy, and lack of opportunities for the Jamaican youths are the top 4 contributors for the country's high crime rate, not the music. Let us take it a bit further. Are we going to slam or blame Netflix, who is one of the world's top streaming platforms, for violent contents in the same breath? Or are we going to remove data from everyone's smartphones and their homes? Come on. Therefore, it begs to ask the question, is audio communication more effective than video communication? If yes, then it is with great honor that I will lobby for myself and my fellow artists, which are my brothers, to take over the government of Jamaica, so we can finally, through our music, bring some order and restoration to the country. Mr. Prime Minister, did your conclusion arrive from study done, or did it arrive from guilt of mismanagement over the years? People who are already prone to violence and have violent behaviors will always trigger by anything that mimics that their thought, and such. It is easy to conclude that visual or audio is what caused the person to become violent. Not because the conclusion is an easy way out. That means we should use it to mask the real issue at hand, which is poverty, poor leadership from both government and parenting, illiteracy, and lack of communication and opportunities for the youths. An artist is a mirror of society. Whatever society reflects, we tend to reflect it back with music, melodies, and words. If you take away the art from the artist, then you take away the artistry, and then you will have no artist. So please, listen to what the people of the country is really saying, and do the right job, and do the right work. Bless you.
Well, there you have it. That was dancehall recording artist Baby Sham giving his account of what he believed is causing the moral breakdown in our society. But I can't put the blame slowly on the music itself, as many try to do over and over again. Many people, they try to blame the music for what is going on in society, when within the homes of some of these individuals, they lack that moral support, that moral values being imparted on them on a day-to-day basis. Most of these households, they lack the father figure. They lack that person to guide them on this positive path, show them right from wrong. So we can't just blame the music itself for what is going on in our society. What is going on in our society did not just happen overnight. This would have took some time for it to develop into what it has become today, in which it is becoming so more and more unbearable for the society to deal with. But guess what? This did not happen overnight. This took years to reach where it has reached now. So blaming the music solely for this, I believe, is a wrong move. And much respect goes out to Baby Sham for just giving his account of what he believes is really causing the moral breakdown. And he really raised some very important points in that message that he delivered. And I can tell you that most of the recording artists out there, I'm not saying that they don't do violence songs. Most reggae artists or dancehall hardcore artists, they do violent songs. That I can attest to. But not to say that that is what is causing what is going on in society. They are just seeing about what they have experienced, what is actually going on, and what they believe will reach their audience. So even if an entertainer he sings about guns, he's not telling you that you're supposed to go out there and pick up a gun and do some form of criminal acts with it. At the end of the day, that choice is yours. You have that choice within you, whether or not you want to do it. I can't see how a music can influence me to take up a gun and go and hurt somebody unless I don't want to. So at the end of the day, I think it all boils down to that individual. I believe it all boils down to that individual himself and what he believes is right from wrong. So blaming the music is not the way to solve the problem that we are having. It's a moral breakdown within the homes of these individuals. This is the main contributing factor that is causing our society moral values to break down in such a way. And until we find that way in order to mend that little tiny gap within the moral breakdown within our society, we're gonna have this problem to deal with for a very long time. So this is where I'm gonna leave this one here for now though. Thanks for watching. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk. Peace out and much respect goes out to you, the viewers, as always, for continuing to support the movement of Links TV. Alright? Bless up yourself, viewers. I'm out. Bless.